Osonko yaya bibi nsikwa. Nempenifo kra ka asem bi se wo twe ahoma firi soro na semba na onezi bibism. Na so far wo hwe Ken Ofori Atta on special Peter OSP Kissi Agyebeng eye fanfare any romance a ekoso na ebi kire mo omodwe ho mo ntiase. When is Ken Ofori Atta coming to Ghana? Na Kevin Ekobedu Taylor wo chem se owo exclusive nia ekoso a Ghana fu bebrena no omunim e wo Ken Ofori Atta ni OSP akache no wato ne bo a obedwedwom. Kindly subscribe to Trends GH on YouTube, Facebook and TikTok bibia e Trends GH masrawa na wa share your videos na afoforo so omonsa akebi ebusu a quick one sika pay ya enwiti na bribia no Trends GH ye kire mu se wo diska e to Japade a na wa check the source no e wo say source no e legit na especially ebe no asase ene edansie hu nsempade a Lankin Company Limited omo na mekanfo omo amount omo won sase bebrina no e wo Ashalaja ene afi amasaman impo no eba no efie kura omo esie wi no kura omo ton so de a bebrina na eba no asase nsam na ase na mekan no ebusu half plot meni wo kese no eda eye Ashalaja eno ye 70 feet by 50 feet ene afi 4 plots and also 70 feet by 100 feet. Now, eba no adan so eno de omo asibia wi a for rentals and I say omo ton so dia bebre. Me no ke say omo ebi ho ma wall fence e wo ho kakra. Any afi so omo asan so the gate atwa no ebi e single room self contained prepaid meter bibia no e available a wo from a price no omo betumi no negotiate enu ti mesrewa for Lankin Company Limited na woni omo enye business omo office e wo pokwase here na yembonra eye OSP Kissi Agyebeng oni Ken Ofori Atta na ekoso no ebuso obaka ya Kissi Agyebeng since ananado dankwa ekufuado ofaro a special prosecutor no eba na dwuma ye a bebre na echem se enkoye ebi so kiremu a sane Kissi Agyebeng ono ankasa na NPP e wo so no ono ankasa ndwuma obeto ye se ono de oye ne obetumi ne mbraso a obekọ na te se amanfo sabotage ono OSP enunti na ontumi prosecute amanfo no na no na aban change ya His Excellency John Dramani Mahama obaye eno de wenji special prosecutor Kissi Agyebeng no eno na amanfo chem se okay sesi ade sensa aban sesa abane de special prosecutor obetumi aye adwuma no and one thing they say 2025 nkwa no Kissi Agyebeng 146 million Ghana cedis what the court sika ni mu a opepe nyeska ketwa enkwa na parliament e approve man na say onje sa 146 million Ghana cedis no na ofemboa ma investigations na ade a oye anase ne dwumadie enkwa tentem so ampani ampa ye wo ho a na no de eye former finance minister Ken Ofori Atta eye special Peter Kissi Agyebeng ono obekire mu say ohia Ken Ofori Atta na no omba answer questions bi eba no eye drum enyoma bi a ohia Ken Ofori Atta na no de omba yi ano na wa try several attempts na sanka Ken Ofori Atta enunti eye June 2025 and a special Peter obe declare Ken Ofori Atta wanted. In fact osanso kra de ma eye Interpol for mamo de neto eye red list so na eno na amanfo chem se we de Ken Ofori Atta baba ebisio de bi enya de kwekosi aga na OSP ya na de monkai ne ode asisiri da pa enya de kwekosi aga. In fact afanyo market kra de nsem we to go parliament say OSP onjai se o declare Ken Ofori Atta wanted no na eyade a Ken Ofori Atta okoye surgery e wa abrochimemu na after surgery no Ken Ofori Atta baba Ghana May 2025 wo May June July August September October 5 months ni amanfo bisa say where is Ken Ofori Atta eno na Kevin Ekobedu Taylor o chem say enough is enough na enyoma bi ekoso a before wa obeko expose no so no opese o clear ensem bi efri ho about OSP enyoma bi a oye intro
the special prosecutor. Last week I heard he went to Menchia to go tell Otumfuo should step in for him so that they wouldn't sack him. Last week or so Kissi Agyebeng was in Kumasi, and I would like to tell Otumfuo 82 whether he was there or not. Nana, it is better, with all due respect, your interference in Ghana politics, it is better this point, step away. I respect you. And says be me papa or woman. Your interference in Ghana politics. The hatred that you are calling for yourself is all because of your interference in Ghana politics. Stop the interference. The same way na Paul Ademochi better na TV so obi a wabo Ghana chrono it me boldly ekache Ghana for say your palace and the OSP office no pressure to release a criminal like Paul Ademochi. It's an indictment. Stay away. Let these people be dealt with. The palace, no baby obi bokrono no abase yanko pacha omano. No, that thing needs to stop. And Amanfobi Amagini say they will hide behind Menshia. They will use Otumfuo's face. And it has been going on and on and on. And we are yet to hear from Menshia that, you know this, Menshia send him. But I don't much better TV so catch we are seeing us obo chrono and the chino and a Menshia Emma system the pressure. Ever seen there, Menshia to me release an official statement to say no. It is filthy and disgusting. Let us respect each other. Let us respect the rule of law. Let us at least give the system room to breathe for the system to work. The interference from Menshia in our politics is too much. It is looking like our biggest problem, more Ghana, including me papa so your hene, and that is where we are struggling to get this country out of problems. Because when it even comes to the fight against Galamsey, majority of you, mama the fight against Galamsey, thing.
No, man for say, Kevin. I said, what's your appetite to do? Information ben pa na wo about Ofori Atta, any OSP. My information. Kevin Taylor, letters are what dropping on. Then OSP. Our questions answer about Ofori Atta. Adientia ombe piemo. Ewa Ghana. The last part will shock you. Yoko.
Me betrayal nipa or stop it Ofori Atta from coming to Ghana. And the person doing that is the special prosecutor. And it's not just Ofori Atta. You see, in Ghana today, say, Omani detective say obi di sika. Na say yen nyina yehu se sand pay we di sika o say twena so pe. Trom na special prosecutor drew ho. And what does he do? He will go and arrest and you line up charges, and then at the end of the day he will tell you that the person should go home. He's investigating. There are hundreds of cases like that ever seen there. The special prosecutor, they say why no ninja? Or share obi a we di aban sika woni nsemu pe osemachew. Come for interrogation. Oba osemaje wa no asem. Or say okay, macho wa no asem. Go. I will investigate it. And it has gone on and on and on. $13 to $14 million. Yenya any results from it. Now, Ofori Atta yetiha ena yenyina eti say yedna koto Interpol red list so or red alert or whatever list so. And na yenyina say yeah. Because when him say Ofori Atta is an integral person when it comes to investigating the Akufo-Addo administration. So one of the boats and I said not ewo Akufo-Addo abemu. So we Ofori Atta the whole Akufo-Addo government will come down. And people like the special prosecutor, he knows about that. So what Ofori Atta dinijina dekema obia owia sika wo Akufo-Addo abemu nyina obia hombeda ho, including Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo himself. The special prosecutor knows that. Now, why is it say Kissi Agyebeng entimi fa Ofori Atta emafie? Why? What is so special about Ofori Atta, Kissi Agyebeng, say ordinama Interpol entimi fa emafie? Now, let's go back and let me show you how dangerous this special prosecutor is. Now, maybe exposing the end there. Let's have the second one about. This man has to honorably resign from that office. This special prosecutor has two offices. Or the special prosecutor's office and or what the annex are a daya papa na ye freno seconds sa papa no esiamana or the special prosecutor duties. This special prosecutor on what the cabo will be owie no sachi nipa no. This man on the 2nd of June 2025 this happened. The OSP wrote a letter to the Jubilee House and he wrote a letter to the Chief of Staff Chief of Staff Julius Deborah Follow this conversation very well. This is 2nd June 2025. Me make sure I did. The Chief of Staff, Office of the President, Jubilee House, Accra. Attention, Honorable Julius Deborah. Request for the institution of extradition processes. Kenneth Nanaya Ofori Atta. The Office of the Special Prosecutor, OSP, request for extradition processes to be instituted for the provisional apprehension in any jurisdiction in which he may be located or found, and extradition to the Republic of Ghana of Kenneth Ofori Atta, who served as the minister responsible for finance of the Republic of Ghana between 2017 to 2024. This request is founded on the consideration that Mr. Ofori Atta, who departed the jurisdiction early January 2025, has no intention of voluntarily returning to the jurisdiction, and for which reason the OSP has declared him a wanted person and a suspected corruption and corruption-related offenses regarding the following. Where a letter OSP Echoko Jubilee House or say man kwan na onfa e kwan so na onkofa Ofori Atta embra Ghana. Now, 1. Contractual agreement between Strategic Mobilization Ghana Limited and the Ghana Revenue Authority for the stated objective of the enhancement of revenue assurance in the downstream petroleum sector, upstream petroleum production, and minerals and metals resources value chain. Or say, nyoma ojina so akache Chief of Staff say, omunjina so making sure say, oma fam kwaimi so edi Ofori Atta ban ebini Ofori Atta eba oil, eye dream okahon, eba gold dream okahon, eba eye dien Ghana yesika sem eye Ghana Revenue Authority sika ejeje eto ken Ofori Atta odzem dream ose sa nyoma we nyina aka ho ose termination of a distribution loss reduction and associated network improvement project contract between the ECG and Beijing Xiaocheng Technology BXC. And 3, procurement of contractor and materials and activities and payment in respect of National Cathedral Project. Iti see when in your mark can Ofori Atta ya ono trauma Julius Deborah on the 2nd of June say omo man kwine na omo man every resource o here bia any every area assistance bia na ontumi extradite Ken Ofori Atta embra Ghana. Every say Ken Ofori Atta edwane kwa America. So the special prosecutor wrote to the office of the president, specifically to the chief of staff. Now, remember, the chief of staff, he's not a prosecutor. He's not an investigator. So what did the chief of staff do? The chief of staff forwarded the letter to the attorney general. When the attorney general received the letter, the attorney general actually responded to the special prosecutor. Now, on the 13th of June 2025, so from the 2nd to the 13th, how many days? Anche kra, anche, and attorney general, the second letter nana or responding to the special prosecutor. Say the course, dear Mr. Kissi Agyebeng, the special prosecutor, the office of the special prosecutor, sit Salasi Avenue, South Ridge, blah 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 blah. Dear Mr. Kissi Agyebeng, this is the response from the attorney general. Maybe say Ochina OSP Babo Ntibeka said this letter when you know you fake. Na men chire the BB or Ghana. He needs to leave that office. $14 million. No. Now, inti sa letter ko ka Julius Deborah nsa e Jubilee House no. And the attorney general say, hey, me menya law, mona moya law, deal with the OSP to help bring Ken Ofori Atta back. And attorney general say, yes, sir, we will do that. So the attorney general too responded to the special prosecutor. And what did he say to the special prosecutor? I say, dear Mr. Kissi Agyebeng, requests for the institution of extradition processes, Mr. Kenneth Ofori Atta, that is the response. Or say, I bring you compliments from the office of the Attorney General. Or say, 1, this is in respect of your letter to the Honorable Chief of Staff, dated June 2nd, 2025, and the Honorable Chief of Staff's letter to the Honorable Attorney General, dated the 3rd of June, 2025. Now, secondly, kindly furnish us with a copy of the docket on the subject. The Attorney General said, Mr. Kissi Agyebeng, yensaka o letter na wo chokoma Chief of Staff the 2nd of June no. On the 3rd year na letter na the following day. Na sebi yenso yesaka Na yepe say ebusa wo. Se docket na eda Ofori Atta so no. Sa docket ne nke opese yeboa fa sa docket ne breye. Forward the docket no na yenhu investigations a waye nyoma ewom na yene the Attorney General's office no we can collaborate with you to find a way to bring Ken Ofori Atta back to Ghana. The Attorney General was explicit in his statement. Kindly furnish us with a copy of the docket on the subject, and the subject is Ken Ofori Atta. The Attorney General ni busa OSP. Ya pesa ode sa docket no. Ne nyoma na waye ni nyina no fabre. We will be grateful if you could nominate up to 2 prosecutors from your office to join our team of prosecutors to examine and process the extradition request. And Attorney General say, OSP, yeni beji say, odi docket na eba no, odi 2 investigators so be free office aka docket no ho, send ebe ya omni ebe tena table ho, na ye nyina ya hwem, na ya hwe how we can execute this extradition process. This is on the 13th of June. Letter Nebeka Julia Debransa on the 2nd. On the 3rd, and a letter Nekoka Edian, Ekoka a Attorney General. On the 13th, and a Ocho letter Edicoma Dian, Edicoma a OSP. Into Attorney General Busa for docket. And I also Busa say, for investigators, baby, you do crack home. Now, Mobeka home, not yen share a same way, near how we can bring Ken Ofori Atta to Ghana. Accept the assurance of my highest consideration. Very truly yours. And this was the response from the Attorney General to the OSP. The Attorney General responded to OSP say, "Yate, obesogo Ken Ofori Atta ba a fine idea. For docket ne bra, na docket no de ba no, for investigators me nuka ho no mbra, no mo ne entrance, na afi yen strategize na yehu how we can bring Ken Ofori Atta to Ghana." 13th of June 2025. After that, something happened. After that, the special prosecutor wrote to the Attorney General. I want him to come out tomorrow, no press conference. Don't say, when you know me boy. The Attorney General cannot be trusted. And make sure I couldn't tell you he cannot be trusted today. Nti Ochokoma Julius Debra, Chief of Staff, and Julius forwarded letter to Koma Attorney General, and Attorney General responded, and all responded to Attorney General's response. Or say, Honorable Justice Sriam Sai, the Deputy Attorney General, and Ocho letter away on the 20th of June 2025. Into 1 week, Pepe and responding to this letter from the Attorney General. Or say, the Office of the Special Prosecutor, OSP, sends its compliment to the Office of the Attorney General and Ministry of Justice. Or say, Michechi Amunyina mo Attorney General Office. Yede akomapa any odo any chiamu any wi yede anwasemi ebremo. I refer to your letter dated 13th of June 2025 in reference to my letter to the Chief of Staff dated the 2nd June 2025 and the Chief of Staff's reference to the Attorney General dated 3rd June 2025 in respect of the OSP's request for extradition processes to be instituted for the provisional apprehension in any jurisdiction in which he may be located or found, and extradition to the Republic of Ghana of Ken Nana Ya Ofori Atta, who served as the minister responsible for finance of the Republic between 2017 and 2024. The OSP nominates the following officers to join the team of prosecutors to examine and process the extradition requests. The OSP nominates the following officers. Nominates the following officers to join the team of prosecutors to examine and process the extradition requests. 1. Director Albert Akurugu, the Director Asset Recovery and Management Division. 2. Kaiser Francis Amedome Wilson, Senior Prosecutor. Now, OSP responded to Attorney General. Attorney General Ebusa the 2 questions. Ube to be a mayansaka docket no. And ube to be the 2 investigators aka ho aba eni abetenase. Na yenhwe se ne be kwakwachi Ofori Atta. Attorney General responded OSP responded to Attorney General no. He only spoke on the prosecutors or investigators. The OSP did not mention the docket. Without the docket, the Attorney General cannot proceed or cannot start investigating Ken Ofori Atta's matter. But interestingly, when the OSP was responding to the Attorney General, he omitted the docket part and said, or send the prosecutors, Now, you are sending prosecutors to the Attorney General to do what? Without a docket. It is strategically, some investigation now say why ye. Nyoma e what docket na Ofori Atta ye. Nyoma e what say Attorney General no so ehu. Na ye gina so, edi make sure a process no aye effective. Eme di eye ke Ofori Atta aba no. Sa docket no, OSP say on Attorney General. Nemum, he has sent 2 of his men to come to the Attorney General to help with the extradition process. How do you start extradition process when you don't have the evidence? You, the special prosecutor, you have the docket. What is stopping you from giving the Attorney General the docket? But you see, strategically, time I responded to Attorney General, no, he did not give the Attorney General the docket of Ofori Atta. And you ask yourself, why? Now, let me show you something. Why we cannot trust the special prosecutor. In fact, he's a dangerous guy. Now, you see this document. This is a letter, a free, the Attorney General's office, call OSP, data, so, and a hold on. Now, my man showed the AC. And after that, the Attorney General's office actually wrote a letter back. After OSP Kissi said, or the investigators the Attorney General's office followed up and asked him about the docket. And this was on the 3rd of September 2025. Just the 3rd of September. And the date, the 16th of October. Ever since there, the special prosecutor has not responded to the Attorney General. Let's read what's in the letter. Now, the special prosecutor, the office of the special prosecutor, Hail Selassie, blah, blah, blah. Dear Mr. Kissi Agyebeng, and it was signed by the Deputy Attorney General. I want the OSP to come out tomorrow and say, Dear Mekenina, send the Ofori Atta Magana, near to me prosecutor Ofori Atta, a special prosecutor. He knows what he's doing. Or then a block a quino, or hijack it. Special prosecutor, onim dia oye, or ne Ofori Atta mwachishon. He knows what he's doing. Let an Indian man can show. Or say, I bring you compliments from the office of the Attorney General. This follows letter to this office dated June 20, 2025, and subsequent conversation on subject Kenneth Nanaya Ofori Atta. 2. For urgent law enforcement decision-making purposes, kindly furnish this office with the following. Attorney General Sachro letter koma OSP say, ya pesa usa this adwuma we ya twan docket ne mbae. Ya say busa for other things. 1. A copy of the dockets in its current state on the subject. 2. An investigative report, even if interim, on the suspect. 3. Any other information which you believe will be necessary for the purpose. And accept our assurances of my highest consideration. Very true, yours. Now, me be Attorney General Sacho letter come OSP no. Meaning, OSP for a docket in my docket in here and send extradition process need to makosu ye. And Attorney General actual letter come on the 9th of on the 3rd of September say, ye per se Attorney OSP. Omaye a copy of the docket in its current state. Or say docket no, baby we drubiano o de famaye. We just want the docket. Don't tell us to say you are waiting to add some things and some. We just want it in its current form. It's okay for us. We can work with it. Don't tell us to say there are some things you are still investigating, because when it gets to us, we can still continue investigating. And anything our car say for our prosecutors and investigators, Brian Ho, na any omunye jumani boom. Inti Attorney General was specific. Give us the docket in its current state, because you see, the OSP has always been hiding behind it is still under investigations. And if he tells you something is still under investigation, it can take 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. He will never finish investigating, because that is how he operates. And it's an Attorney General can say, it does not matter where the docket, the state it is in. Whatever you have gathered and whatever is in the docket, it is okay. Just bring it. This was on the 9th, on the 3rd of September. And the OSP and the Attorney General say, an investigative report, even if interim, or say, some my investigative report, no, even so we cry what the baby would rubiano, famaye. We can work on it. And Attorney General did not say, give it to me to work on it alone. add your investigators and your prosecutors to it so that we can work on it with them together. And remember, the Attorney General is even calling for transparency, for his people to all sit with them to do the investigation into one docket, in its current state, whether whatever they would be a family and an investigative report, so reporter also why so far also we investigations, baby, I would do is okay. We just want to see what investigations baby I would do. Give it to us. And a 3, any other information which you believe will be necessary for the purpose. See, document be account be a who say ebe hia say ebe boye amaya to adwuma de we so no fa ka ho ebe sinne. And I'm saying this on authority. The special prosecutor Kissi Agyebeng has not responded to the Attorney General. So who is blocking the extradition of Ofori Atta to Ghana? It is Kissi Agyebeng, the special prosecutor. Me say ebe sinne. The special prosecutor has not responded to the Attorney General. From September, the Attorney General asked for the docket in its current form, the investigation report in its current state, and any other information ever seen there. Kissi Agyebeng has not responded to the Attorney General. Ask yourself why. Because Kissi Agyebeng does not want to hand over the investigative report to the Attorney General. Why? Because he's protecting Ofori Atta. So you see where we are. Inti Kissi Agyebeng onim say ono na protecting Ofori Atta. Ono na making sure say Ofori Atta will never come to Ghana to face a prosecution. It is Kissi Agyebeng who is protecting Ofori Atta. And majority of the people like Kissi Agyebeng say wafromo and they are under investigation or bois. He's protecting and shielding those people. That is how he makes his money. Into who say the people are mentioning you are in fact corrupt, and their evidence showing say you are corrupt. He'll come in quickly. You come in before the IOCO, he will come in before the CID and tell them to stay away. He is in charge of the investigation. Remember, the OSP office is under the Attorney General's office. If you don't know, the OSP's office, it is under the Attorney General's office. And if the Attorney General demands or asking for a document, the OSP has no choice. He must give that document to the Attorney General. Why do you think he's not doing that? We have given this guy $14 million. $14 million. He cannot show anything. He has not prosecuted a single soul. It's Mumbusa Kissi Agyebeng Ochina say, why hasn't he provided these documents to the Attorney General? You see, sometimes, right? And I'm doing this because I want the president to know what is going on. There's a lot of bad people. There are a lot of people who want to destroy your government. And I'm telling you for a fact, Mr. President, so when you Kissi Agyebeng and I will go to office now, your government will struggle. Because Kissi Agyebeng is doing business. Kissi Agyebeng is one of the richest people in Ghana. So Kissi Agyebeng kind of crank up Poladimochenko so with jail and there. People are negotiating, using the office to do business. And that is what Kissi Agyebeng is doing. As we speak, Ofori Atta has been assured by Kissi Agyebeng that he will not expose or transfer the docket and the investigations he's done so far. Parliament approves 146 million budget for Special Prosecutor's Office. Almost $14 million. $14 million. Almost $14 million to the Special Prosecutor's Office. We are asking him to provide just the investigative report, just a docket. And you see, Mr. President, there are people in your government who are moles giving Ofori Atta and his group information every time your government, especially your intelligence, they decide on what to do about Ofori Atta's issue. There are people in your government who are the ones feeding information to Ofori Atta and his family. Mr. President, Mr. Jakpa, your group of investigators you work with, you have a mole in it. And those people are the ones feeding Ofori Atta and his family. Every decision you are taking when it comes to investigations, finding the corruption, no matter what, the steps you people want to take, there's somebody in your circle, Jakpa, the national security must circle, about 2 people, they are the ones feeding Ofori Atta and his family information here. And the OSP is also helping. The OSP's office needs to be shut down. This man, Kissi Agyebeng, needs to be sacked. He cannot help. Ofori Atta, as far as Kissi Agyebeng is the OSP, Ken Ofori Atta is never coming to Ghana. I'm telling you on authority, Mr. President. Yes. Me say, as far as Ken Ofori Atta, as far as you have Kissi Agyebeng as your special prosecutor, docket Nikutano, or say on the investigations, Ken Ofori Atta will never come to Ghana. And it is a deal between Kissi Agyebeng and Ken Ofori Atta. He's never going to bring him back. So if you want the people to trust you and trust your government, Mr. President, if you want Ghanaians to know that you are different and that you want to leave a legacy, the Special Prosecutor's Office tomorrow morning, they need to hand over the docket to the Attorney General's office. They need to hand over the investigation report to the Attorney General's office. Kissi Agyebeng is the one blocking Ken Ofori Atta's extradition. At least, mature evidence. The simple question will also be able to say, what is stopping the OSP from just giving the Attorney General Ken Ofori Atta's docket? What is stopping him? This man, Mr. President, you need to sack him and investigate him. Not just sacking. The special prosecutor needs to be sacked, and after he's sacked, investigations need to be open on the special prosecutor because this man has caused a lot of damage. And if you don't take care, if we are going to play games, we are going to think this is normal, this OSP's office will shut down your government. He needs to be sacked and he needs to be investigated. I have a lot of report on this man, and he cannot stand before me and deny any of the reports. None of them.
Hey, Asambaba Debi. Information there we are saw. It is a de Ibradango. Wama Asamano enimada ho. Say, this is the reason here. Ken Ofori Atta Ome PM Ghana no. According to Kevin Taylor, Obia also the Ken Ofori Atta a special prosecutor, aka Exp0ses Kissi Agyebeng. Adanya Attorney General Atro Nkrata mienu kwa na command say on here Ken Ofori Atta dockets. Anyhow, special prosecutor offer to investigators from Nakachi enka ono Attorney General ni investigators home. Neno de omofa Ken Ofori Atta MPM Ghana. Special prosecutor or the two investigators no ekoye. Now so Ken Ofori Atta docket no on 2 occasions. Enya dia or the Attorney General because Attorney General will make it 2 requests. Ni nyina no nkosi aga. Ti se se ade Kevin Taylor nkyeremu a wo po bia on pese Ken Ofori Atta ba Ghana de a Ghana for en channel omuani enko eye special prosecutor Nakachi Kissi Agyebeng. Nti se Attorney General actual letter amount say ohia Ken Ofori Atta dockets on 2 occasions. Na che say wo hwemu a September mu ho e no tro de koma no for the second time. Na so no enya de a OSP wa responded to Attorney General's department. What is going on? Share your comment section ho na share video we ma afoforo so nsenke bi.